And welcome people. Lord Jesus. Dami, what are you saying? Hair follicles are looking a mess this evening.
Fam, my hairline is slanted, fam. Jesus, I need to visit my barber immediately, fam. I don't know what we're on. Fam, Boris. Fast, boss.
Welcome people to the live chat. How are we doing this evening? All is well. Do you know what I mean? I'm in a great mood. Like I said, Dami, I won a double bet yesterday. Okay, we did bits, and it's already started. Mickey Mouse, Dami, what are you playing out on the TL? Seriously,
hyperventilating, screaming and screeching, wanking up. Honestly, yeah, I can't lie to you. That video when you done that, I didn't deep it until I saw the fucking Mickey Mouse things. Oh my god, nah.
Do you know what it was? Yeah, I made the video, and a couple people in the comments were like, "You sound like Mickey Mouse," and I was like, "All right, cool, but you don't need to take that any further. Like, let's just keep that in the comment section, innit?" Now I see I've been ratioed now from this Mickey Mouse meme. I was like, "Yo, do you know what? It's the first time, yeah." It's the first time I've been ratioed on my video, and I've actually wanted to retweet it myself. I was like, "This is such good content." And I'm like, you know, when you give props to the man, yeah, in the comments, you're like, "Yo, that was sick, well done." And someone will reply, and they'll be like, "Yo, that was sick, well done," with like the meme of like the face straight and then the crime behind. Yeah. I'm not like for the first time, and not even for the first time, because I actually don't care. Like when you at Trey on Twitter with a whole video, like I said, I'm just joking around and I don't care. I make the video for 2 minutes and then I bounce. Like some man going in advanced search for like hours and whatnot, trying to find tweets and whatnot, trying to expose people. That's how they're taking the platform seriously. I just make a video for a couple minutes and bounce. But I knew when I added Trey, I was copying 100k views in it. So that was light work, innit? But
a lot of these videos, a lot of things that these man don't clock is, for example, I just dropped the video in it. I put my camera down. I spoke in for 2 blood clot minutes, fam.
Yeah,
2 minutes, and I bounced. That was the end. You know when you come to tweet,
these men think it takes time. You know,
it doesn't.
You know what takes more time? Threads, video comps. That's when you're taking the platty seriously. Me taking my video for 2 minutes and then going to make a slice of toast. That don't take 2 seconds, bro. I don't have a script. I just wanted to clean up Trey in it because I wanted to beef him. I actually love Trey. Me and him talk all the time. But when I seen that Mickey Mouse meme, I was like, "Yo, I might be toast. You know, I might be finished."
I can't even lie. That's one of them ones. You know when they quote our videos, yeah, and you're pissed off.
Yeah.
Fam. Honestly, yeah, that one you could not be pissed off with because I was like,
it was too good. I was laughing. I took it. I downloaded it. I showed my parents, I showed my mum and dad, I said I made it, and I put it on my IG. I said it's calm, fam. We've made it, fam. But anyway, into the meat and potatoes of the video. Keeping Up with the Cobhams is the title, as long as with the last gasp winner. Let's start with Keeping Up the Cobhams. It's a show that I've confirmed, I've developed to stop this Kardashian run. Talk to me, Dami. Mason Mount. This guy, Mason Mount, yeah, he has become the epicenter of Twitter.com because it's either the good stuff or the bad stuff. It's the wars, it's the outbreaks, it's the back and the forth. But today, the prop from Chelsea Football Club and Frank Lampard is bombastical. You're wanking.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
You got Frank Lampard sticking up for his mandem, saying, "Listen, I'm not his father. Don't say that again, boss. I'll come for you." You got Seth Fabregas saying, you know when Seth Fabregas says what a pass, you know you can't dispute it, you know. And the thing is, when I saw the pass, I was like, if this was Jorginho, I would have been on a mad thing. So when Mason does it, I'm gonna be on a mad thing.
But now it's true, innit? Like that's why man came on the platform with the video I did, because genuinely, yeah, if that was Jorginho, everybody at the comments gonna be like, "Oh, this is why he should be playing in the register position. He should be playing as the number 8, But he done the thing. Everybody was like, "Yo, I didn't see that." You know what I'm saying?
It don't count. It don't count. God don't count. God don't count. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. It's still 0-0. It's still 0-0.
But when you talk about Callum, fam, you see these man talking Callum Hudson-Odoi, say he's got the goal. Like, where's the man that produced the whole thing, fam? If Macy weren't there, we're celebrating our star boy. So you might need to pay respects, fam. You need to.
It was Starboy to Starboy link up. What I love, this is the one thing in Mason's game that I've been questioning, because as an 8, I've always wanted him to play 8. I don't like him at number 10. I don't like him on the wing. And like I said, I saw him at Vitesse. I saw him at Derby. When he plays deeper, and he's used correctly, which I know Lampard knows how to use him. So I was like, why are you doing this to Mace? There's no need for this. Why are you hanging him out to dry almost? But obviously, man wanted to use him in certain different positions to compensate for the team. But now he's playing in the 8. There's no, like, you know how we speak about Kova and we're like, don't always speak about goals and assists in his game because he's a deeper midfielder. Seeing Mason deeper midfield, now it's like, now he doesn't have to score. Now he doesn't have to assist. People are not like hanging him out to dry, because if you play, like big man thing, if you play in the final third, you have to score or assist. I'm not going to play this game with William where we do the dash back and we do the track back and we do all of... No, if you're going to play in the front three, you have to score or assist. You have to.
I mean, I didn't, fam, why people, fam, man said I'm Saka with glasses. Your comment section is disgusting, fam. Anyways, like I was saying, like, honestly, with the Mason Mount thing, man used to watch him at Vitesse, because before I had to start feeding my children and, attending to like work, this is how I should get a life and that. Before I had the life, I was watching a lot of football. And when you look at Mason's performances at Vitesse, you watch the performances at Derby as well. Man used to do a madness, with the passing and that. Obviously, when he came into the Prem, I was a bit skeptical and I wasn't really seeing what he was capable of, kind of like same way with Billy Gilmer as well. But now he's actually gotten into the flow of things that Lampard didn't play man out of position, because obviously we saw him in the 10, we saw him on the wing. I think we've seen him at false for whatever,
maybe
9.5, whatever that is. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, now my guy's in the thing spraying some passes. When you got Cesc Fabregas, Fabregas, had to say the pass was good, Do you know what that is? The thing
is, I've said this to Alex so many times. I know Mason can pass. I know he can pass. So the fact that he wasn't doing it was just making me more annoyed. I was like, yo, what's going on? And finally now, like I said earlier, what I've been questioning for Mason is, why are you not producing the vision? Why are you not executing? And when you do see it, you're not executing it correctly. Like you're not making the final pass. That was the weakness when he was playing high up the pitch. That pass yesterday was exactly what I needed. That was the last thing I needed, because we know he's going to win the ball back. He did that for the goal. He won the ball back. We know he's going to retrieve. We know he's going to switch play. We know he's going to keep things ticking over nicely. He's not going to hog the ball. He's going to get it. He's going to fizz it into the forwards. We know he's going to do these things. The last thing was, can you make the killer pass? Can you make the killer final ball and not only see it, because sometimes he doesn't see it. Before he wasn't seeing it and he was just shooting. Can you make the killer final ball? And then not only that, can you execute it and make it precise and perfect? And then after that, it's all Callum. It's all Callum. You know what I mean? He collects it, takes it in his stride, and that finish was so confident. And you know what's important? Yeah, it's like one of you know what was so important about that finish is that he had time to think about it. When we spoke about Morata in the past, give this brother time to think about it one-on-one, and it's a disaster, fam. Like if you give him time and it's all in his head and he's got to run and think and where you're gonna place it, and it becomes a disaster. Callum had time.
Do I side him? Do I, rocket the ball? Do I put it in the stands? Where do I put the ball? But nah, I get what you're saying, innit? Like, obviously, you could see Callum. He looked good yesterday. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that the boys turned up yesterday. Obviously, I feel like Lampard's management was a bit dodgy and that. You fellas might be about the friend Johnny Bravo, by the way. And I best believe we're going to mention King, fam. He deserves a start.
We will. Don't worry. He will get a mention. But you did bring up a great point. Frank Lampard. Talk to me. What do you think about his game management? Talk to me.
Yesterday, game management was not good. Genuinely, I'm not even going to come out here sucking him off or anything because we took the double. Because obviously, a lot of people didn't realize that's our 6th win in a row. That is really good. Do you know what I'm saying? So, Chelsea Football Club doing quite well at the moment. But you've got Timo Werner, which we have to talk about as well. You've got Ben Chua looking very tired. You've got Timo Werner looking very tired. Doing some substitutions quite late into the game. I was expecting a bit more. Like, obviously, I wasn't expecting certain individuals to start. Like, it would have made more sense for someone like a Kai Havertz to start even, because he's going to be playing against Tottenham, innit? So you need to get more game time and that. But yesterday's management was not it at all. I think I can can you say you understand the reason why he done that? Because personally, for me, I'm like, yo, that was a bit dodgy, Look at how people are trying to kill Havertz Werner on the timeline. People are trying to violate, man. This man has 10 goals in 13 games or something like that. But
yeah, I mean, I don't look into app score ratings too often, but I took a little dip because every time before I go on the byline, I like to take a little look to confirm if what I saw. Now that I'm not working in it, and this is now that I'm content creating full time, now I've got time to really actually try. So man was like, let me look at the app here and let me just see if what I saw on the pitch confirmed with the ratings, and let me go through the stats and whatnot, because it does help to match the eye test with the stats. And I didn't used to always go through stats. In fact, I never really used to go through stats. I respect stats, but I never had the time because man was working and You know what I mean? You come home from Virgin Active, you finish your long day, a 9-hour shift, then you watch a game. You can't be asked to do the stat thing afterwards. You just go to bed. Now, I seen the stat, 5.9 rating. He had a shocker. Do you know what I mean? Let's not get it twisted. But there's always context. And for me, when I was screaming I didn't get to make a preview because I did the roundabout. By the way, almost at 1K likes. If you want to go watch that, do your thing.
Listen, I'm gonna call you out. But T say he doesn't plug his stuff.
I don't plug. That wasn't a plug, man. Man just and moved on. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm joking. Okay. No, honestly, I don't care. But honestly, I didn't do a preview, but I kind of spoke in my review of the last game against who did we play before them? Newcastle, right? I said I would rest Timo for this game for the sheer fact that we tried to rest Timo against was it Burn? Who was it against? Where Pulisic got injured in the warm-up. We tried to rest Timo, and then Timo had to play. It was one of those games anyway in the Premier League. We tried to rest Timo already, so it was quite clear and evident to me that he needed a rest. And this was the game where I said, right, rest him, play Hudson-Odoi. Ziyech, he hasn't played loads of games this season because he had an injury, so play him and rest Timo. So I was already expecting Timo. Once he started, I knew he wasn't going to play well. Almost same with Chilwell. Chilwell, I thought you could have rested him, but then again, it's a bit riskier because I don't trust Emerson or Alonso. But Timo needed a rest. So it's not even surprising to me that he played well. It's not an excuse because he should have been better than that, but it's not a surprise. And I think I agree with you. I think Lampard ran him into the ground a bit. Do you know what I mean? I saw people saying on the timeline, don't kill Timo. And that was evident. And what I disagreed majorly with, he took Hudson-Odoi off instead of Timo. I was like, for Ziyech, I was like, well, I don't understand what you're doing, boss. Because Hudson-Odoi was playing well. We know Hudson-Odoi is not going to start against Tottenham, right? So why not just take off Timo? Because Timo's not playing well. He's missing a bag of chances. He's tired. Like, there's literally no reason for him to stay on. He got substituted at the end.
Like, good reasons to leave Callum on. You should have boosted his confidence a lot more, got him involved with more matches. Do you know what I'm saying? Werner could have gone there, sat down. Because let's not even keep it like, at the end of the day, I tweeted about this. I was like, yo, we need to cut Werner some slack. At the end of the day, that thing where he shot the thing over the bar bus, that was absolutely dreadful. That gave me some Alvaro, some Spanish hair gel merchant vibes. You know what I'm saying? But what's this? Is this a Rolex? I should buy you. Are you my bird, fam? Nah,
brother. They can see the gold tinted glasses in the reflection of the camera.
I can't see without these. What am I doing? But I'm saying, like, obviously, Timo Werner and that he should have come off a lot earlier. I don't know what Lampard was doing there. It's a bit confusing. And it's like when you talk about his game management from time to time, sometimes it can be shocking. And yesterday was one of those days. Obviously, he does have spectacular days, but he does have very bad days. And yesterday was one of those days. You know what I'm saying?
I think the only thing that I had a problem with was Timo. I was very impressed to see who could come off the bench for us. It just once again reconfirmed how much depth we have in this team. You look at the likes of You look at the likes of Ziyech coming on, Kai Havertz coming on, Kante coming on, James coming on. Like, the depth in this squad is disgusting. It's so good. And I just wish we had 5 substitutes in the Premier League on a regular basis because we'd be able to rotate. Players like Giroud would get a bigger opportunity. I feel like if we had 5 substitutions, you could really utilize this squad even better, and we'd be able to shout the game time a bit more. This comment's very true. Timo wants to play every game, and I'd rather play Werner than Mount, Ziyech on the wings because I don't want Ziyech to risk injury. Mount's never touching wing again. That can't run. Yeah, not after. After now we see them in the 8. How it was meant to be from the beginning. It can't run. Can't touch wing again. I don't care who's injured, who needs to be sacrificed. Bring someone from the youth. I don't know. Even you can put anybody else out there. Sacrifice another Lampard.
I personally would not forgive Lampard. Genuinely, I would not. I would be so angry. Because
sacrifice another Lamb, bro.
On God, fam. Because that's the thing. The thing is, like, a lot of people that were crapping on Mount were just out of pure hatred. But people like myself who had been backing Mount for such a long time, fam. I started my career on Mason Mount, fam. That was my first Twitter video. Are you mad? Listen, let me tell you, man. Honestly, when he was playing on the wings, I'm like, Lamps, boss, man. What are you like? What? This is a bit. You look obsessed. You know what I'm saying? You actually genuinely look obsessed. I did understand the tactical aspect of things because obviously he was helping a lot with the defensive aspect. And at that time, Ben Chor wasn't really played, was Marcus Alonso, Emerson type vibe. So you're trying to get Mount. Because one thing a lot of people don't see with Mason Mount's game is that he helps the GM a lot defensively. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the strong points of the game. So I think Lampard was trying to replicate that on the wing. But like you rightfully said at the start of the stream, if you're going to be playing in the final third, you need to operate in the final third. So Boss Frank, if you're watching this, fam.
And do you know what? I feel like Mason, when he's playing on the wing or further forward, he's not playing his natural game. He starts shooting erratically. Do you know what I mean? For me, it's just not. It's not him. Timo deflection made us win the game. What are you guys on? Fam, me and Dami are not on nothing. No crack. You know what I mean? I asked him if he wanted to do something before the show. He said no, fam. No, but seriously, his deflection made us win the game because Giroud got the header afterwards. But
do you know how much work you had to do for that?
Yeah. First of all, Timo's shot got deflected. It wasn't on purpose. It's not like he got the assist. Second of all, he had a shocking game. I like Timo. I love Timo as much as the next person. I do prop for him all the time. I say he's going to blank, he's going to bang, he's going to score goals. But he had a shocking game. He was poor, he was tired, and he should have been taken off earlier. In hindsight, yeah, his contribution led to the goal, but that's just in hindsight. And you know that, because if Timo scores the winner, again, we're having a different conversation. But just from the bare bones of what it was, brother should have come off. And
if you look at it as well, if you look at it as well, if we didn't win that game, people are going to be on his neck because he didn't score that thing in the first half. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's fair for us to be like, oh, he sort of semi-assisted. No, that's crap, fam. Just keep it real. Keep it sane. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, someone's onto you, Dami. He said you're being too harsh. I agree. You are being a bit too harsh, because I wouldn't say it was a shocker. I would say that it was just one error. He made one error. The rest of them was calm. The rest of his decisions were calm.
And honestly, bro, is being talking right now about Lampard's game management. Won the 6-game win streak and 11 games unbeaten. Okay, let me rephrase about what I mean by that. I was being quite harsh with that. But the reality of what I'm trying to say is, yesterday, in an ideal world, I would have preferred it if Frank had brought off our main players that are going to be starting against the Tottenham squad that is going to be extremely well drilled by Jose Mourinho, who is out for blood and trying to beat Lampard, because Lampard beat him twice last season. So what I mean by that is, in this last game, I was expecting that. I know that obviously we're trying to qualify for the Champions League and sort out, which we now have done. But I feel like with the performance Timo Werner had yesterday, with how Chua was playing, ideally we should have brought them off. Please do not clip what I said, because I've explained myself and patterned up correctly now. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
apparently Frank was asking Cho if he's all right because he could have potentially had a knock. These are the things we don't know about. So like I said, my thing is why I don't want to even be too harsh on him, is because the change made, because it made literally no sense, like none. There must have been a reason. Like something must have gone for that to happen. Like there must have been a serious reason as to why he took off Cho first. And this could be it, because like it's one of those things that there's just no logic behind it for me. Like there's nothing. Timo wasn't playing well. Hudson-Odoi was playing better than him. Hudson-Odoi has less minutes under his belt. Timo has more. Timo already looks wrecked. Like there's just the whole thing didn't make sense. So there must have been something else going on. Chelsea in the game defensively, obviously we conceded the goal. What did you think of us overall as a team? Because obviously we won the game, but it was very 50-50. If anything, Rennes they did match us for possession, for chances, for stuff like that. I think Camavinga as well. He's the one person. He was very quiet. I seen a little thing where Mason flicked over his head. I don't know, man. I don't know if I like all these flicks and tricks footballers. If I'm a little bit more pressing, could be.
What's up? You know what I mean?
Huh?
I mean, well, I just think, I don't know, man. Yesterday's performance is one of them. I think we didn't really take too many of the chances we did have. Do you know what I'm saying? That's one of the kind of games it was. But at the end of the day, with all the fatigue that's coming in, the players that did play, like I said, I feel like the game would have been very different if Timo had scored that goal from the very beginning. The game would have been very, very different.
Would have. Do you know what? Yeah, let's not butter it up. That miss was embarrassing, fam. Like whether you're fit or not, that miss was like that was one of the misses of the season. Let's be real. That's a shocker. Yeah. Like do you know what? Yeah, if he wasn't new to the place and he wasn't a new signing, we'd be getting onto him. That was borderline disrespectful. Do you know what I mean? But we move in it because like I said, because I knew he wasn't. I'm trying not to make excuses for him because I know he wasn't fit. But like this man says, Timo's missed 4 huge chances in the last 2 games. Timo's overall game does need to improve. Like for me, his pass completion at RB Leipzig was very good. much to my surprise, I didn't know he was this kind of player that could link up so well. So I knew he was very good in transition. I knew he was very good on the counter. I knew he's very good running into space. He's a speed merchant. He's very fast. We saw that against Newcastle for the assist. I knew that he's got a high amount of goals scored this calendar year. I think only behind Lewandowski and Messi. So I know he's a goal scorer. But I didn't think that his overall game season for me isn't even up to the level of his usual standards. Like, he's got great stats, by the way, this season. He scored a lot of goals, but his first touch has been off sometimes. Like they said, he's missing some big chances. And by the way, as a striker, you are going to miss big chances. Tammy missed some big chances last season, but still was top scorer. If you're a goal scorer and you get yourself into goal scoring positions, you are going to miss big chances. That's going to happen. But I just think his overall play right now on the wing has been a little bit lackluster at points. But I keep saying this anyway. He's not a winger. Do you know what I mean? He's not a winger.
He's not meant to play on the wings, isn't it? Like, and another thing I need to keep mentioning to people is that Timo, for the fact he's starting off this one, because like I said before, I had to feed my kids and do things more useful with my life. I used to watch a lot more football. And the thing is, Matisse, remember when everybody on the tier was arguing about Dembele and Timo Werner? Do you remember that time? Like back in January. Exactly. Everybody was talking about wanting Dembele because it was more robust, playing single. The thing about Werner is, if you watched his game in Germany, his statistics were spectacular when it comes to conversion, but he almost had the same kind of problem that Ziyech had playing for Ajax, in the sense that he required quite a few chances for him to actually reproduce the numbers that they have. Do you know what I'm saying? You could see Ziyech would take 10 crosses and they would all of them would be, but the 11th one would be absolutely spectacular. Obviously,
it's high risk, high reward.
Exactly. He needs a lot of chances, like sort of like how I play on FIFA. Isn't it? Man needs like 20 shots to score a goal. But at the end of the day, like, that's what this kind of player that Werner is now. When you tie that into the fact that he's playing so many more games than he used to in Germany, plus he's a new signing and he's playing in a more physical league and environment.
He spoke about that,
Exactly. So that's why I keep telling people we need to be a little bit more patient. And that's why that's why just looking in the comments, like I said, that's why I thought yesterday was the best time for Lampard to bring him off, because once again, I do know that we wanted to secure that qualification in the bag, but I'm just thinking about the Tottenham game on Sunday. Do you know what I'm saying? So
for me, he's going to start that game. So I was a bit confused why he didn't get the rest, because I know he's going to start against Tottenham.
I'm seeing the madness in the comments. I test merchants. I didn't say he's not a clinical striker. Yeah, don't get it twisted. That's not what man is saying. All I'm telling you is that he takes a lot of chances, but he still scores a lot of goals. Do you know what I'm saying? And looking at Hejiri, fam, believe me, Werner isn't all that. What does that mean, fam? Can you make sense? Hejiri, fam.
You cannot say that really.
You can't be saying things like that.
Because, to be honest, being prolific, and well, not even being prolific. When you've scored the amount of goals he has, that creates a base level of respect, in my opinion. When you've scored just below Messi and Lewandowski for a calendar year amount of goals, you can't really say he's not all that. Like, it's just, you can't. For me, you can't. It doesn't work, because you can't score that many goals and say he's not all that for me. Now, like I said, we have to be very careful about Werner, because like you said, it's his first season. In fact, it's his first few months. Now, not only has he scored a lot of goals despite not being at his best for us, he's not like a lot of people are saying he's a flop and he's off color, which he's not been like his brilliant best every game. But look what he's been able to produce. He's already been producing the goods, and he's not even at his best. So what's going to happen when he gets better, when he gets more accustomed to things? And like I said, he hasn't been rested. Do you know what I mean? He has not been given a rest. I think he's played nearly every game. So we have to take that into. I'm very patient with he's trolling. All right, cool. Hilarious. What I have to say on Timo, I want you guys to spam in the comments who you would start at left wing, yeah? We're going to assume Pulisic is... I'm not going to say he's fit to start, because he didn't even come off the bench yesterday. So I think it would be a bit drastic to say he's now going to start against Tottenham, which is going to be a very high intensity game. And bearing in mind also, we know what Tottenham are like. They are going to kick and push, and they're going to do a madness. So if there's any game not to start Pulisic, it's against Tottenham. Yeah. Right. So we need players that are fully fit and raring to go. Obviously Ziyech is going to start. Who would you guys start as your front three? Okay, just list out your front three in the comments. I want to see. So left to right, left wing, striker, right wing. Just list out who you guys would start. I'm curious to know, because a lot of people are saying drop Timo, and a lot of people are saying start Cho. Do you know what I mean? So I'm interested. This first person has gone Hudson-Odoi, Werner, and Ziyech. I would definitely not do that. I think Tammy deserves to start right now. And I just wouldn't. There's no physical presence up there for me on that one. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a very low block with Tottenham. I feel like they're going to set up to counter. So that's even more reason to set up with a big target man. Even Giroud. We're getting some Giroud shouts.
Yeah, quite a few, fam. Quite a few.
Shit. This is about to get wild. So we've got Pulisic, Werner. Again, I wouldn't start Pulisic. If you're coming back from injury against Tottenham, you're going to get injured again. They're going to kick. You know what Mourinho is like. You know what Tottenham are like. That's not a good idea. In my opinion, that's not a good idea.
No.
And again, this is the thing now. Chelsea are in a good run of form. So do you make 2 changes to the starting lineup to the usual? So usually you have Ziyech, Werner, and Abraham. Do you now go Giroud and Hudson-Odoi? That's 2 changes towards the status quo. That's a big change. I've got Hudson-Odoi. What would I do? For me, the only thing that's up for question is Hudson-Odoi versus Timo Werner at left wing. Now, because it's Tuesday to Sunday, I would keep Timo Werner in the starting lineup, and I would go with Hudson-Odoi as my weapon off the bench. Main reason because I like having 2 strikers on the pitch, right? First of all, I want us to batter them. I want us to get goals. And even though Hudson-Odoi was more prolific in the last game, Timo is a bread and bone striker.
Sorry to cut you off there, though. Are you expecting goals in this game? I'm expecting another Chelsea United type performance, bro. Because obviously you got Mourinho who's going to absolutely pack the bus against us. So.
I'm not expecting it, but I want it. I would rest Timo maybe against Sevilla and then play Hudson-Odoi there. I don't know, because really, to be honest, if it's me personally, I would have rested Timo this game and then he would have started the next 2.
But to be fair, we've already qualified. So Timo gets rest against Sevilla.
But we do need to finish top of the group because we saw what happened last time we did it and we played Bayern and it was game over. It's a sticky one. Because I think Timo and Tammy have such a good goal scoring ratio when they start together. I wouldn't change that right now for this game against Tottenham. And I think Timo can be effective playing off Tammy. I just think he needs to play a little bit less like on the wing and more as a second striker. What I mean by that is that the team won't be completely what's the word, brother? Help me out here. What's the word?
Completely balanced, what you're looking for?
Balanced, but at the same time it won't be symmetrical. It won't be symmetrical.
Okay,
So on the right hand side, that's where our chance creation starts. So Ziyech, Reece James, and if it's Kai, that
has to be Kai.
That's where the chance creation starts. It starts from that side. Then on the left hand side is where you have your runners. You have Chilwell, you have Timo Werner. They're making those runs to the back stick. I would keep that because that's a method I think it will work against Tottenham, of course. So I would keep that. I would say to Timo, listen, not only are you going to press, of course you're going to press, but play a bit further forward where you're literally on the last shoulder of the man. Do you know what I mean? Tammy has no problem dropping deep. Tammy has no problem floating around into other areas and going to the left-hand side if he has to accommodate in defensive transition when we lose the ball. He has no problem going to the left and pressing the ball. But Timo needs to be on the last man making those runs. That is where you get the best out of Timo. When he's like I said, his pass completion at RB Leipzig was very good. So I'm quite surprised to see his first touch and his build-up be so lackluster.
But the thing is, like, watching his game as well, because like I said, I used to watch quite a bit of German football. It was decent. It was quite okay, like when it comes to his passing out. But overall, his first touch has never been, do you know what I'm saying? He's never been, obviously he's had a few good runs left, right, and center, but he's not even that good on the ball generally. Do you know what I'm saying? He was more of like Haaland even. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, Haaland is like running behind, score his goals, boom, end of discussion. That's exactly what Werner was. But you know, in the Prem, when you're going up against more physical people, if you're going to go up against physicality in the Prem, you either need pace, okay, if the team are not going to sit back too far, or you're going to need to get a bit more technical. So the fact that he's getting to be on the ball so much more is what is showing his weaknesses even more. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, as a world-class striker and a world-class player, I'm expecting him to improve on those things. And the fact that this is his first season, I know he's going to improve. It's almost like when Kante made the shift from Leicester to Chelsea. Do you know what I'm saying? When I ask Kante to be on the ball a lot more. And please, I'm not saying that Werner and Kante are on the same level when it comes to controlling the ball. Please, I beg. Don't clip me and put me on Twitter and embarrass me. Do you understand? But at the end of the day, what man is saying is that Timo, you need to give him a bit more time when it comes to like, not passing per se, but like ball control, press resistance, stuff like, because that's not really his game. Like, if you watched him in the Bundesliga and saw his style of play, especially considering the fact that he had a man doing all his dirty work as like a main striker, then you'd be quite impressed. And like I said, man is extremely tired right now. So
people are recommending Giroud for the physical presence. I think one thing that we're learning about Lampard is he's never going to consistently start Giroud over Dami, because he wants someone who can run into the channels. He wants someone that's very fluid. So, like I said, when Werner moves to striker, because he takes up striker positions at times, of course he does. And remember when Lampard was trying to get Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic to make those runs into the box as wingers to up their goal contributions, because Mane does it and Salah does it. And then Pulisic started to do it after lockdown. Werner's someone who's automatically thinking, I need to be in the box because he's naturally a striker. But when he's in the box and we lose the ball, Dami is quicker and knows to vacate to that left wing, so we can press and try and win the ball back. Whereas Giroud is not. He's not going to do that. He's not quick. So that's where on the left hand side there's a lack of fluidity and interchange between the two players. That's why for me Giroud is not starting at the moment, and I understand it. And like I said, I can understand why you guys are saying to start Giroud for the physical presence. But I'm okay with Giroud being on the bench and coming on. My only thing is that Timo, if he is going to start 60 minutes max, like someone else said in the chat, and then bring on Hudson-Odoi. Someone else is saying Hudson-Odoi is more than capable of starting again at left wing, and I believe in Hudson-Odoi a lot, so I don't really have a problem with that. My only thing is I agree with what someone said in the chat as well. Don't try and change what's not broken. And I think these two, the TNT is getting us goals, and even if they're not directly getting us goals, we're getting goals on the pitch, and I don't think that's a coincidence. I think, like I said, I think there's a fluidity and an understanding between Timo and Dami in terms of who needs to vacate what position when we press. If Timo goes to centre, Dami he understands that he needs to go to left and vice versa. And I think those two, like I said, I want Werner to have a rest, but I would have rested him this game. And that's where I have a problem with it, because against Tottenham, we saw how he's played against Tottenham for RB Leipzig. He scored and he done the cup thing. He knows what it's about. And my thing is as well, Tottenham are physical. They're going to be physical, and I think I'm not saying Hudson-Odoi can't handle it, but I'm very cautious with Hudson-Odoi. He's still coming back from his big injury, and he's getting his confidence back. I'm not saying he's there yet, but we remember what prime Hudson-Odoi is like. And it's crazy to say because he's so young and he hasn't reached his prime. But when he tore up Bellerin in the preseason, that's the Hudson-Odoi I'm trying to get back. He's not on that yet. Like nobody can tell me Hudson-Odoi is fully back. Hudson-Odoi versus Bellerin in preseason under Sarri, that is Hudson-Odoi. He made Bellerin look like a dinner lady, fam. He dragged her up.
Like my nan, fam. And
he dragged Bellerin up and down. And Bellerin's quick. He was tossing and turning him like a pizza, fam. It was nuts. That's the Hudson-Odoi I want back. And for me, I'm still gonna say, listen, Tottenham are gonna come kicking, and they're gonna come kicking. Leave Hudson-Odoi on the bench. I would leave him on the bench. I'm not trying to risk it because it's mad.
But speaking, Matisse, I think we need to both chat about this, because obviously I don't think you can have both of us on without talking about this one man, you know. Obviously, I wouldn't say it's directly related to Declan Rice. That name has put us in a lot of trouble in the past, yeah? But I want to chat to you about N'Golo Kante, fam. How do you feel we're going to go into this game with Kante playing? I think, because one thing that I've been quite skeptical about, and is a lot of people are going to disagree with me in this one, is the fact that, remember when we played against Sheffield United and they really pressed us to oblivion, and Kante wasn't allowed the freedom that he's usually given in certain games? Because if you look at the last 6 teams we've played, we haven't really played teams that have pressed us from beginning to end, like a Liverpool would or like a City would. So against Tottenham, do you think, or do you see Mourinho? Because one thing that Mourinho loves to do, like he did against was it against Hazard? I can't remember what he done with I can't remember who it was, but basically Mourinho likes to do this thing where if he sees weaknesses, in the sense that you've got Kante, that when you start pressing him, okay, it leads to this massive disarray in the back. Do you know what I'm saying? And it leads to the midfield and the defense being disjointed. Now, Kante is a world-class GM. Okay, he's a world-class player, definitely 100%. But like I've always said, I don't feel this is his 100% natural position. So if Mourinho individually man marks him, puts on like a hurricane on him, okay, prevent him to be able to do what he's used to, do you see us falling apart?
My thing with Kante is a lot of people say he's back to his best, and he's playing unbelievably right away. He's playing unbelievably. But Prime Kante was like what? Title-winning Kante, which was in a two. So for me, he's that's like prime. Like
best,
even when Jorginho comes on and Kante is just allowed to like go everywhere again and just win the ball wherever he wants, I do love that about him. But he has been unbelievable in this DM role, I have to say. And this Tottenham test for me is like, for me personally, it's the final hurdle. It depends if Tottenham press. If they don't press and they sit back, then I guess it's not the final hurdle because I'm not going to get to see what I need to see. But this is a big game, innit? So this is what I need to see now. Harry Kane is going to drop deep. He's going to try and be the playmaker, which he's been all season. He's been a playmaker plus a striker. He's been De Bruyne plus Harry Kane. He's going to drop deep. So this is a...
Is it like 6 assists and 4 goals?
I don't even know, bro. But Harry Kane has been unstoppable, right? Son has been unstoppable. I'm not really worried if they put someone on Kante because it's not the same as when Jorginho was playing where everything went through Jorginho. So if like under Sarri, so if someone put someone on Jorginho, then we was done. We was finished because that is literally the epicenter of how we build up. Kante is not the epicenter of how we build up. So I'm not as worried as I was at the end of last season. The reason why I was worried so much at the end of last season going into this season is because Mount and Barkley as the 8s weren't dropping deep enough to help him in build up. Now that's not the case because Mount has developed more and more and he's got more and more confident. He drops deep, but not only him, if it's Kai loves to drop deep and get involved. And even Kova is more than used to it as well. So I don't see a bigger issue now. If they do man mark Kante, it's fine. As long as Silva fizzes the ball into the likes of Mount in the 8, which is why I think Silva behind Mount was so good yesterday because Silva he's not a risky passer, but he's got confidence with his passing. Do you know what I mean? Unlike the rest of the centre backs are very iffy. Even Christensen doesn't do this, but Silva will fizz the ball into the 8. So you will just bypass the DM. So for me, just bypass Kante. If he gets man marked, just bypass him. I'm not worried about Kante too much if they press now because I can see that Kai and Mount are going to drop deep, or Kai and Kova are going to drop deep and help him. That's the key. Even Ziyech will drop deep and interchange if we need to get a hold of the ball. I know there's enough people in this team that will get a hold of the ball. Last season, it was Willian out wide. I don't trust him really dropping deeper. Sometimes he does drop deep and he does start counters and transitions and then we break, but he can give the ball away as well. Mount wasn't doing it as much. Barkley definitely wasn't doing it. Now we've got Kai, we've got Ziyech, we've got players that are very confident. Reece can tuck in as well. There's a lot of people to help Kante. So for me, I just need Kante to just keep doing what he's doing, and I'll be happy and I'll be delighted, to be honest. But yeah, like you're saying, it's a tough test because Tottenham are top of the league, 2 points clear of us. But for me, we need to win this game. Like I know we're in a project and whatnot, but when Tottenham are top of the league, my energy changes. Do you know what I mean? It's for me. I gassed these man up on the stream last time with Nini, and they understand my tone of voice is changing. When Tottenham's top of the league, I don't care where Chelsea are in their project. I don't care where we're meant to be or where this is different. You do not let, and I don't care if people are like, oh, you're too, it doesn't matter who wins. I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, it doesn't matter who wins the league if it's not us. Yes, it does.
If Tottenham wins, they're out, man. I see some people dropping some bombastical tweets, fam. What's wrong with you, man? If I catch you in my DMs or in my mentions, if I see you on my tail with that shit, fam, you're getting blocked, fam. I'm sorry, you're getting blocked. I saw on the tail, some people were fully okay with Tottenham winning the league because Mourinho is there. I don't care if Mourinho is managing. I don't care if Ancelotti is managing. God damn, I don't even care if Frank Lampard managed Tottenham to win the league, fam. As long as I see if white ribbon doesn't look good on the trophy.
I don't like it so much when people take the emotion out of football.
Yeah.
We can't pretend like we feel the same way about Tottenham as we do about Leicester.
Or something.
Like, not even Arsenal, because people hate Arsenal, but if Tottenham win it under Jose Mourinho, and it was because we couldn't stop them, Frank Lampard and Mason Mount couldn't stop them, so our boys couldn't stop them, yeah? Frank Lampard and Reece James, Frank Lampard and Mason Mount, Frank Lampard and Tammy, all of our homegrown man them, Jody, Frank, Petr in the back. You need to understand, this Chelsea team is not just a normal Chelsea team. This is our team.
Yeah.
Our man them, you know. It's not a normal team. These are our boys, you know. These are our homegrown talents. These are our youth players. This is like the fabric of Chelsea is in this team. Like it's not Zappa-Costas and Bakayoko's.
Yeah.
I can't cut ties like that. These are our brethren. If we allow them to win the title, yeah, you know, this is Tottenham's like what first title in how long? First trophy since 2007 with Jose Mourinho, our ex-manager. If we allow that to run, don't try and tell me it's going to be okay. Don't try and tell me you're going to be like, yeah, well done, Tottenham. Great stuff, guys. Well done. Don't take the emotion out of football like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because it's not going to run, fam. It doesn't run like that. This is an emotional sport. Don't try and kill it. Don't try and dead the emotion out of the sport by telling me, if Tottenham win it, we're just going to... Are you mad? I'm going to set fire to half of London, fam. We're going to do that. What are you talking about? No.
Right out lane, fam. I don't even want to talk too much, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said a lot, like you said, Matthew, don't take the emotion out of the sport. Tottenham, you know, with Mourinho at the helm. Do you know how bad that would be, fam?
Like, why have we become so pacifist? As far as I'm concerned, this weekend we're going to war, brother. Are you mad? I've got pitchforks, fam. Grab one, G. Comment section, grab a pitchfork. We're going out, fam. We're going out to hunt, fam, this weekend. Do you understand? I'm going to try and get expressions on in the next couple of days. If we get him on, if we get him on, we're coming for blood. Do you understand? It's Tottenham. We run London. That can't change. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to have it. Like, there's a certain element of rivalry that needs to be coming back into football.
I know some people, yeah.
And you know what? I feel like people are not. This is what I'm saying. And I don't want to become one of these beer drinking British flag dons because I'm not one of them guys. But if you have gone to Tottenham away and you have had them dashing drinks at you. So as Chelsea fans, when you go Tottenham away, yeah, at White Hart Lane on Seven Sisters Road, let me talk, chat. Let me talk. Yeah. When you go down Seven Sisters Road, as Chelsea fans in your group, as your huddle, and you're surrounded on Seven Sisters Road by nothing but Tottenham fans, and they're shouting racial abuse. They're dashing bottles of Heineken. Are you trying to tell me you don't feel something? You're trying to tell me you don't hate these man? Don't tell me about Tottenham, fam. We hate these man, and that's how it stays, fam. Don't try and pretend like, it doesn't matter. Are you mad? Have you ever been to... if you've been to Tottenham, yeah, with your father, or you've been to Tottenham with your family, and they're trying to dash Heineken bottles, they're shouting abuse, they're moving mad on Seven Sisters Road. Trust me, we don't business with Tottenham, all right? We don't. Don't make me have to remind you again. We do not. I don't care about... I don't care. And it should even be intensified by the fact that Mourinho is in charge. You want him doing the finger. You want him doing the three finger, the four fingers. Up to you, man. Up to Lampard. Have some pride, fam. Honest to God. Our leading goal scorer of all time, his legacy is on the line. And you, man, are trying to tell me if Tottenham win, it's okay. If Mourinho's sticking fingers up to him, it's okay. Have some pride, man. Click this up and send this to the man on Twitter that needs to be sent. Are you nuts?
They've
lost your mind, fam.
They've dropped some arts in the comment section, you know.
Fam, click me up and send me to who needs to be sent to, fam. Send it, DM them. DM the clip, fam, because it can't run. I can't have this pacifist, like, nonchalant vibe. We're as far as I'm concerned, yeah, we're going to war. And I need you, man, to be on it. Do you know what I mean? Don't tell me nothing different, bro. Don't tell me nothing different. Our leading goal scorer of all time legacy is on the line. Are you mad? Have some pride. Don't be so shameless, bro. Come on, now.
Oh my God, you know you got Jose Mourinho there. Obviously, was a manager that made the club. I don't give a damn, fam. This man knows shit, fam. He had the balls to go to United because we all hate United, obviously. And he went to Tottenham after. Are you mad, fam? This brother done a William Gallas, bro. He done a William Gallas on us. He's our legend, you know, Jose. And he was like, nah, it's cool. I'll put the purple coat on. It's calm. I'll put the purple coat on. It's not a problem. You put on the red one, then the purple, fam. He don't care about you, fam. Why would you care about him? Does that make sense? What people need to understand, yeah, is Jose Mourinho is the villain. He's the I love him, by the way. I don't hate Jose Mourinho. I absolutely love him. He's great entertainment. Yeah, I'm a hooligan. 100%. I'll back out the Heineken, fam. Don't get it twisted. I will back out the beer, you know. Oh, you, man, think it's a joke. Listen, you're their Twitter, fam. Listen, I don't like your Twitter for so many of their beliefs. Well, I don't like the way that they say, proper Chelsea and all that stuff. I don't like the way that they try and demonize international fans and say, oh, you're not a proper supporter if you ain't been to the game. Take into account people's financial status. Take into account the distance. Take into account that people have lives and they might not be afford to travel to the bridge. I don't fuck with any of that shit. All them 60+ dons who talk like that, bounce. But when it comes to the game, yeah, and going to Tottenham, I will back out the banner, fam. As DT would said, I would back out the banner. So yeah, man, I just need you, man, to be on it, bro. Because like I said, my thing is if I've done collabs with Rants, yeah, and obviously Rants is brothers with expressions.
if I get expressions on this channel, we're going to war. Do you know what I mean? We're going to war because you know the energy he's gonna come with. So don't pussy out, you know, on the or don't pussy out in the comment section, fam. We have to go to war. That's what I'm saying. Another question for you, Dami. That's enough. Hyping up for the Others. We've secured our 60+ subscriptions on YouTube. We move.
Oh my God!
No, Dami, seriously. Would you start Kova or Kai? This is another debate. And again, in the chat, let me know what you would do. Kova or Kai at RCM? Because, and let me just give you, I'm going to give you both. I don't personally know what I would do. I'm actually okay with both. It's very rare that I'm split. But Kova has been playing well in the RCM role. He does bring a bit more stability and experience in terms of Premier League football. He's been there for a few seasons. I remember when he was bouncing up against Dele Alli, you know what I mean? In his face, ready to fight. That's the kind of game it's going to be. You know what I mean? Is Kai ready for that? On the flip side, hold on 1 second. I want to give you both perspectives just so I get your honest take. On the flip side, you've got Kai, who is the natural, more attacking and free-flowing and fluid 8. He's going to interchange with Ziyech a lot more. Say if Ziyech wants to come central, which I really do love it when he comes central and starts to dictate play, Kai have no problem going out wide. Again, if Tammy and Timo want to float, or Tammy and Cho want to float around on the left wing and they start moving around, Kai has no problem going as a false 9. Kai is just more fluid than Kova in the attacking areas. Of course, that's never going to change. Who would you go with against Tottenham?
Thing is, yeah, I can't lie to you. Obviously, I do understand that if we're going the passion, you know, against the Tottenham, we need to make sure that the history of the Tottenham stays intact. But at the end of the day, I have to go with Kai Havertz simply because, not because I don't rate Mateo Kovacic, because obviously Kovacic is a fantastic player and we've seen what he's capable of, but he's very good on transition. And I know he's quite press resistant, but like you said, are we really going to see a Tottenham that are going to come at Chelsea Football Club? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing that happening. Obviously, Kai's ball retention isn't as good as Mateo Kovacic because Kovacic is better, more press resistant than Kai, but I think Kai gives us that edge in the box when these men are going to be sat in there. You know, one of them ones where it's going to be one of those games where Chelsea are going to have the ball. We're going to be dancing around the perfectly drilled Mourinho side, yeah? And we're going to need that pass, you know what I'm saying? That killer pass or that killer run. Kai brings those things to the table. Obviously, you've got Hakim Ziyech, you've got Timo Werner, you've got all these other men. No, that's not happening. No.
Let me tell you something. We run this thing now. They're adapting to us, boss. Take that mentality and stick it back last season where it came from. They're adapting to it's our formation, it's our stadium, 4-3-3. Nah, I don't want to hear it. No free at the back, no accommodating for Tottenham. They accommodate to us. I don't care who's top of the league. This is our formation. We know what we're doing now. We run this thing. All right? Let me dead that right now. Let me dead that right now. No.
3 at the back is nothing, fam. If I see Lampard with a 3 at the back, I'll be very angry, fam. He shows you, man, he's not confident in his boys, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? Hey, Bambo, what are you saying, Maggie? You know, this man stream, you know. This man watching my lead stream. Big up, Maggie. But yeah, at the end of the day, Matisse, like I said, I mean, don't you agree with me? Because I feel like Kai, he gives us that X factor, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? He allows us to be able to do certain things we wouldn't be able to do last season. That's the reason why we went out and signed Havertz. Is the reason why we went out and signed Ziyech. Because in games like this, when we're going to play against Tottenham, you need these big boys to be able to make that incisive pass that can get you to win the game over the line and get shit done. So that's why man is going to go with Kai Havertz for this one. Not because Kovacic is a bad player, but he gives us more in the final third, which is what we're going to need against a team that's going to sit back. So yeah, man.
Everybody's shouting for Kai. I have got a couple covers, but it seems to be mostly Kai. And the thing is, Kai was not injured. He just had the disease. You're not allowed to say anything else on YouTube, by the way. Yeah. Demonetized. Yeah. He had a little cough. He had a little chest infection.
No, I'm saying mine got spiced, didn't it?
But a little bit of Calpol and things are moving swiftly. But yeah. But Kai was not injured. So to be fair, he's probably ready to start. You know what I mean? He got his minutes off the bench there now. It's not like he's not fit. He's been training, I'm sure. Just isolated. So yeah, it's just... I'm like I said, I'm okay with either because... If you start Kova, then maybe you're just going with the experience of the fixture and knowing what it's about and roughing up the mandem. And then if you're bringing Kai on off the bench, it's a disgusting weapon to have in your arsenal. Honestly, that's almost it, borderline illegal. I just love this team and the amount of depth we have. For me in the January transfer, and I want to get your take on this now in the January transfer window. What position do you feel like we need most? Because for me, this team is missing a deputy left back to cover for Chilwell. Because right now, yeah, and I've clocked this, Lampard doesn't want to put Azpilicueta at left back, and you want to know why? Because he's established a balance in this team, and it's not. What's the word I used earlier?
Oh crap!
Shit.
It wasn't balance. It was stability. Is it stability? Or...
No, it's not stability. No.
Ah, Lord Jesus.
Ah, Lord Jesus. We forgot the word we used earlier. Anyway, it's not balance. It's not balance.
Balance. You know.
Symmetrical. Up the chat. You, sir, are going to be a mod. So it's not symmetrical, right? This is why I love having a live chat. I love these videos because you know when I do recording with Saj, I mess up so many times. But now if I mess up, it's cool. It's not symmetrical. And what I mean by that is just when we play a 4-3-3, it's not like the right winger and the left winger are equal. Do you know what I mean? It's not symmetrical. Yeah. The left winger is a little bit higher up. Well, I don't know how that's looking in the chat. The right winger is Ziyech. He drops a bit deeper. I'm gonna try and visualize this for you in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna use my comb. So the right winger and this is tactics with teeth. No, this is the left winger. Jesus, this is the right winger.
This is the right winger.
This is the left winger, and this is the right winger. You know them tactical accounts, fam. This is tactical. Welcome to Tactical Tees. This is the show where we do tactics and we use objects from my desk. So the left winger is usually more advanced because he's making the runs for Ziyech, who is deeper, who comes inside and does the whipped in balls. Now Ziyech and Kai can interchange. Ziyech and Kai can interchange, on the right because they play deeper. They get involved with the build-up play. They get on the ball. They like to be fluid and interchange with each other. I think that's the best when you're getting the best out of them. I wouldn't have them rigid. You know, Ziyech is not going to hug the touchline. He's going to be central. He wants to get involved. They're going to whip in the crosses. Yeah, they're going to whip in the crosses. And Chilwell and Werner are going here. They're going out there. Yeah, so it's not symmetrical. It's a balanced team because you've got Mason Mount in the 8 coming back, and you've got Reece James, who's an inverted fullback, tucking in. And he can overlap. So he's got a lot of options. But what I'm trying to say is it's not symmetrical. It's a team that is very balanced, but it has different parts of it.
It's extremely dynamic is the word.
Very dynamic and very fluid. And it balances out in the fact that the right it complements the left. Do you know what I mean? When Chilwell's bombing forward, Mason Mount is the more defensive 8 out of him and Kai. Kai can go forward because Reece James is the more inverted fullback out of him and Chilwell. He can be central. It is very, very balanced. And
man, you need to change your act to Matissino era, fam, or something.
Thank you. Combs and pens. But what I'm trying to say is the reason why Frank doesn't want to put Aspie at left back and he'll put Emerson over there before Aspie is because he wants the overlaps. You can't have Ziyech making those cross-field balls, whipping them, and then it's Aspie over there on the back post. It's not going to work as well. You need a left footer. So for me, in the January transfer window, remember, I keep forgetting, my chat keep reminding me, we have Billy Gilmore to deputise Kante. So even though we may want Rice or Ampadu, we have someone who can deputise. You know, it's not lights out.
No,
we don't have a left back.
That you have a point with the left back, but another thing as well is, and I know this is a long-term thing, it's not something we can fix in January, But when Thiago Silva is not playing, we look lost, fam. Not lost, maybe not lost, but the defensive capabilities of our back line goes down significantly. Because like you said, it's very important when you've got the likes of Thiago Silva that can make in that pass to Mason Mount when we've got the ball and Kante is under pressure. Now, the likes of Zuma, the likes of Rudiger, the likes of...
they need to improve.
They do not do that at the moment. And obviously, Thiago Silva is not the kind of player you get a replacement for in January.
This is why... I understand exactly what you're saying because Thiago Silva's out. We don't have a ball playing centre back. For me, Christensen's ball playing, it can be good, but it's overrated. He doesn't do it consistently. Not on Thiago Silva's level.
Sometimes maybe shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes maybe shit.
Rude, you know. I don't know if you man heard that because he said that very quietly, but you're rude.
I will say it again. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. You know, that's how we do this.
But my point is that players like Kepa, like Christensen, have been bigged up for certain attributes that really they don't do them well enough for them to, on a consistent basis for them to be in this team. So Kepa's ball playing, overrated to the moon and back, Timbuktu and back. Why? Because not only is his passing overrated, but when he makes clearances, they're not always crisp. Sometimes he clears it into a man in the pitch, in the middle of the pitch. Whereas Mendy, his clearances have been nothing but solid. Whether it's playing out from the back, I haven't seen Mendy give the ball away playing out from the back. His ball playing has been very underrated. So for me, his ball playing has been the same level as Kepa, who we hyped up as this ball playing fancy Spanish goalkeeper. But he's also able to put his laces through it and clear it, and he knows how to get rid of the danger. Same with Christensen. Christensen is saying, okay, right, the reason why he may, lose duels, and by the way, this is a centre-back for me that not only have I lost faith in, but if you look at the stats, whoever he combines with is always the centre-back pairing that concedes the most goals, so that's alarming as hell. But people are still living and dying on that John Terry quote. This is a brother who's meant to be our ball-playing centre-back. Is he playing with the ball like David Luiz used to and like Thiago Silva is now? No, he's never been doing that. Sometimes he has great games, like against Man City last year where we won 2-0. He's great playing out from the back, but it's not consistent. If your main attribute is going to be your thing that everyone bigs up, it has to be consistent. If it's not, then it's not good enough. This is my problem, because I can find loads of holes in his game, but everyone will tell me he's the best ball-playing centre-back at the club. Thiago Silva has shown them up, because Thiago Silva is doing things that Christensen wasn't doing, and he's doing it consistently. So I understand what you're saying. When Thiago Silva goes, we don't really have a reliable ball-playing centre-back. And this is why, rounding it up back to what you said in the chat about three at the back, this is why I don't like three at the back. You lose a man in midfield. So your three at the back have to be so good at ball playing that they are almost midfielders, because when they step up, when the left side or the right side step up, they need to be fizzing balls into the forwards.
The reason why that
they can't do it.
The reason why it worked at Chelsea before, because we had David Luiz, a certain David Luiz. Now, obviously, his passing wasn't always spectacular, but I mean, Matisse, you can carry on what you're saying, but like I said, I felt like I had to put that in there. That's the only reason why it ever truly worked at Chelsea Football Club. I don't think we'd be talking about Conte's masterclass season if we didn't have David Luiz in that back line. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I think in it. But like you said, Thiago, we don't have enough of those players in there that I'm confident in that can actually get in the shift at what's it called? In the back three. So man, we gotta keep it.
Man said I'm not hating, by the way, because I'm just making a comparison. We have to make sure that we distinguish the two. Kepa's passing last season dropped off so immensely that Mendy has come in and he hasn't put a foot wrong passing wise. And for me, yes, I want a goalkeeper that can play out from the back, but Kepa was giving away the ball with his passing. And I think you need to go back and actually acknowledge that. Because I there's no way I'm just making that up. Kepa, when he looked to clear the ball, was not getting enough height on it or enough power, and it was going into midfield and we was being dispossessed. If I'm wrong, let me know in the chat. But from what I remember, that was happening far too often. Maybe I'm capping, but I don't think I am. With Mendy, I'd rather a goalkeeper who puts their foot through it sometimes than gives the ball away in midfield. And like I said, again, Kepa against Mane against Liverpool. What happened? I'm not hating, because I said on Twitter, I'm not going to hate people for no reason, but I am making a comparison that needs to be made. And it's a comparison, and I'm not lying. So I don't know. If I'm capping, let me know. If I'm capping, let me know.
Like I said, Kepa's passing was decent, but the thing we're talking about here isn't just his passing. We're talking about his clearing and his distribution. Remember how many times Kepa gave the ball away and then everybody was almost kicking themselves?
I personally think his passing is overstated. People compare him to Emerson, Edison, and Alisson. I didn't see too many times where Kepa's pass led to a serious attack. Not last year. Maybe under Sarri, yeah, definitely, but not last year. His passing dropped off big time. Like he wasn't. You're talking about Edison and Alisson as goalkeepers that set up like assists borderline assisted their strikers. I haven't seen that from Kepa. Like his passing has been good at some points, but it hasn't been Neuer or Edison it's not on that level. It's not. For me, it's the tier below. Moving on anyway, because I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of an irrelevant topic, but it is what it is. What should I say about the next game? Because are you confident? What's your score predictions? I want to get that.
Hey.
Let me know in the chat as well.
You put me in deep water, Mr. Matisse Amani.
It has to be done.
Oh my God. What my score prediction for the next game, Honestly, we need to win. We need to win. Now, are you asking me for what I think the score will be or what I want the score to be? Because
left back options. All right. Sorry. We was talking about the January transfer window and we actually tailed off massively.
Yeah.
Who would you sign at left back?
I promote Ian Matson. I genuinely love promote Ian Matson Because I'm thinking, I don't think
on loan. I don't think you can recall him halfway through the season. I don't know if he's getting game time. I assume that he is because he is very promising. So I would be shocked if Charlton's not playing him. Because I think we need to go into the market we need a stopgap. I wouldn't spend a lot of money on a left back because I feel like Chilwell is the long-term answer now. He's been playing very well until he proves otherwise. I don't see a reason why we need to find. The thing is with Chilwell, and the same goes with Timo. I don't worry about their confidence and I don't worry about their motivation because these two players in particular, they seem so charged. Like, I don't see Chilwell as someone becoming complacent. I think that's why, even though I didn't want him first choice and I wanted Reguilon at Tottenham, who's been playing very well as well, I think this is what tipped it for Frank and Ashley Cole. It's the motivation in Chilwell. It's their personality. His personality has been spot on the way he's been talking to the rest of the lads, you can tell. His personality has been A1. He's been playing brilliantly, but also his personality and his motivation, like the way he applies himself. And I think we don't need to necessarily get someone who's going to like out and out challenge him. I just think we need a good deputy for when we want to rest him, we can. I think Ryan Bertrand or someone like that will do the job. Just a little stopgap until Ian Matson's ready. But
that's another thing. That means we need to get rid of Emerson and Alonso as well because
we've got 100%.
But that when are we going to get? Are we going to have 4 left backs at the exact?
No.
So except we're going to be looking to get rid of some of our left backs, and like somebody said in the comments, I think it was Stotts, man. We need an old, experienced backup left back who doesn't mind the rotational role. I think that's really good. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Tagliafico cannot work because offensively, he does not cut it the way Chilwell does. And like Matisse rightfully said, you need someone that can. I wouldn't call him an Aspilicueta a left back because that's quite unfair because he's better going.
He's similar. He's quite defensive.
Exactly. So he's a defensive left back. He's not offensive enough. So I mean,
it's an interesting blend to have. But now, because I used to want Tagliafico, but that's also because I didn't know what the hell Frank was trying to do. I was just I'll just go with whoever the hell I want. Now that I can see what he's trying to do, it's very clear that someone like a Reguilon, like a Chilwell, makes someone who actually is going to overlap and bomb forward a lot is going to make more sense. People are suggesting Van Aanholt, Bertrand. I would agree, just a cheap alternative, someone that can just come and do a job, someone that knows the league. I think that's worth something, you know what I mean? He's got a decent shot on him as well. Obviously, they need to be defensively competent. But yeah, I just think someone who knows the league, someone who can just come in and do a job, nothing too fancy. And
as
a stopgap, because like I said, I think Ian Martson I want to see how he progresses. I want him to make it. Do you know what I mean? Of course. So, and obviously they fill a homegrown quota as well. You may as well stat pad as you can. And I think we need to make sure so. We do, fam, and if anyone's going to do that, it's going to be Ziyech, isn't it? But yeah, I just think just keep it simple. And I would try and get rid of Emerson and Alonso in that same window. For me, we need to go into the January transfer window with the same energy that we went into the summer. Ruthless and trying to get things done. If you can get some of these men out that really shouldn't be here, like I said, we have 5 centre-backs. If you can cash in on Christensen, it looks like Rudiger's third choice, so he's probably not going to cash in on Rudiger until the summer. Cash in on Christensen or loan Tomori. Do one or the other. Give Tomori minutes or cash in on Christensen. I'm talking collect 30 bags minimum on Christensen, even 40. I think he'll go. I think Christensen's one of those players, even though I don't want him at Chelsea anymore. I don't think he's the guy. I think when he goes to Spain or Germany, he's going to rip it up. He's going to be brilliant. Because I think that game over there suits him better. It suits his style. I think he's going to...
It kind of reminds me of Morata almost, in the sense that look how Morata's performing now. Do you know what I'm saying? So you just got to look at... Or do you get what I'm saying? I think, Morata, Christensen, they sort of give me the same kind of vibe. Do you know what I'm saying? From a mentality standpoint, they're extremely technical. They don't have the mentality to back their player because it's clear they're good players. Look at how Christensen balled out in Germany last time he went there. That's what brought him back in the first place. That's what put him on. So at the end of the day, I just feel like we need to go. I think we can get good money for him. Like if Marina can do what she done with Roman Abramovich's Nigerian secretary, wink, wink. But if they can get all that sort of job done, then we can 100% get him for 35, 40 isn't too much. That's not too much.
No, for me, I would like a backup left back, and if they want to get Declan Rice, I'm not going to go against it because, like I said on Twitter, even though I don't see why, like I said, Declan Rice is one of those players that has improved immensely from the time that Hazard and Loftus-Cheek spun him at Stamford Bridge to now. Him as a player has gone up like that. Like he's do you know what I mean? So he's on an upward trajectory. My thing is not that he's a bad player; it's that we have Gilmore and we have Ampadu. Now, for me, those two players don't cost us anything. And I can see equal potential to Declan Rice, if not more. Especially Gilmour, I can see more potential, but equal or more to potential if we give them the game time. But because Frank Lampard mastered, and I mean mastered, the last transfer window, if he wants Declan Rice, go and get him, and I'll back it. Yeah. And I don't mean to be that simplistic about it, but you can only be wrong so many times before you have to humble yourself and say, listen, Frank Lampard has been absolutely, undeniably brilliant, and Petr Cech and the rest of them have been, like, for me, it was the first transfer window. Yeah, the first transfer window, we're gonna have a difference on opinions because we don't know if they know what they're doing in the transfer market. Not everybody does. Do you know what I mean? We've had bad transfer windows before, so everybody has their opinions. Now that they've mastered the transfer window, in that window, then you have to give it to them. You just have to say, listen, get what you want, and I'll back it because it's just that simple for me. I'm a fan, innit? I'm not one of these guys where my ego is so inflated where I'm gonna just keep trying to it was a masterclass of a transfer window. Not only did they buy players that personally weren't, some of them weren't my first choice, but Chilwell, Ziyech. But when they bought them, like I wanted Sancho, but now that they bought Ziyech, and I wanted Reguilon, but now that they bought Ziyech and they bought, like, for me, the signings that they've bought have complemented each other. So as each signing has been made, it's made more and more sense. Oh shit, this is what's actually happening. I can understand what he's trying to do here. Like, it's not like each signing has been an individual purchase, like how Man United operate when they sign Van der Beek and they sign Falcao and they sign Ibrahimovic and they sign Di Maria. Like, they're all individuals. Schweinsteiger, Schneiderlin. Like, it don't make no sense. Chelsea signings this summer have all complemented each other. Chilwell's runs complement Ziyech. Timo Werner complements Tammy. Everything just makes sense, my guy. Silva complements Zuma. Mendy complements Silva and Zuma, speaking French. I can't put into words just how important, spot on they've got everything. So for me, if they want Declan Rice, go and get your guy. Do what you want, because I'm not going to dispute it. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't. Because I fully well know what's going to happen. If Declan Rice comes, even though again, I want Ampadu and Gilmour to get a chance. As long as Ampadu and Gilmour get a fair chance to see if they can make it at this football club, then it's all good for me, because I feel like they deserve at least that. Now, if they don't prove themselves and Declan Rice surpasses them, cool, that's just fair game. That's football. But I want them to get their chance. But I already know what's going to happen, and I'm not stupid in it, because it happened with Chilwell. Nobody wants Declan Rice. He's going to come. He's going to do his interview with Chelsea TV. He's going to be speaking about the Chelsea badge. He's going to be speaking about the stadium, how much he loves the club. He's going to do PR. He's going to do propaganda. He's going to play well, and everyone's going to love him. That's what's going to happen, brother. You know what I mean? I'm not a dumbass. Do you know what I mean? That's why man's just forfeited it. Do you know? I've just conceded the point. Do you know? It's going to happen. So just get on. You may as well, like big man thing. You may as well just accept it. Like, it's not like as if this is not something that we've been prepped for. For me, I learned my lessons, innit? So that's why
I've not forgotten the day that they eyed you, myself, and Bobby on the TL fam for the Chilwell thing. You know what I'm saying? They pulled up all our old tweets and that. And like you rightfully said, man, there's no need to be annoyed because, like you said, it's inevitable. Look at how Lampard and them lot come. When you see Declan Rice, Mason Mount on their whole thing, like, it's mad. So if you don't like Declan, just take it down on the gut, take it on the chin. Like I say, for me, when it comes to transfers, the way I work everything out is if I've got a signing I don't think is going to perform well, and they perform well, that's a +1 on Lampard. Do you know what I'm saying? If Declan Rice comes in for some reason and doesn't do well, which I feel he will, then that's a negative one. We're back on the same level. Do you know where I'm coming from? So it's plus and minus, in it. So that's how it's going to be. At the end of the day, he's the one building the team. He knows exactly what he's trying to build. So
exactly. At some point, you just have to concede in it and be like, listen, I think he knows what he's doing. Do you know what I mean?
Questions, innit? We're all asking questions.
I will ask the questions. For sure, I'll continue to ask the questions, because as I keep saying, I feel like Ampadu is the guy. I really do. And I keep saying this on Twitter. I keep saying it on my videos. I think Ampadu is the guy. And I keep saying, I don't mind where they play Ampadu. I don't mind if I'm not even saying he needs to start games. I just want Ampadu back in the squad, and I want him to have some minutes. I want him to have a chance. Whether that's at centre-back, DM, I don't care. If you want to play Declan Rice at DM and you give Ampadu the centre-back position for chances, then cool. Vice versa, cool. I don't mind which one it is. I just hope that Gilmour and Ampadu get their chance. And if and like a lot of people keep telling me, they can all coexist. The same. Yeah, they can all coexist. If they can, cool. No problems then. Do you know what I mean? And again, my whole thing with Declan Rice is that as long as we don't pay stupid money, which I don't think we will, because I think Marina has got that all on lock, so I don't think we have to worry about that, then we're all good. In terms of Mendy appreciation, that has been in abundance. If you checked my review, I told him that he could be the godfather to my kids. I've now changed that on Twitter that he can be the biological father to my kids. I've given him my blessings. So yes, I've given him permission to sleep with my future wife. Yes. Yes, you heard correctly. I didn't stutter.
I don't want to call any names, so I will just say I think it's time for me to pack up because it's let me just
let's answer a few more questions in the chat. We're gonna wrap this up in about 10 minutes. That's when my streams do end. Like, you guys probably have noticed the pattern right now. It is 1 hour. Yeah. I did say that, and I didn't stutter. That boy's a liar. You man are funny. I want to get to some questions. Do you think we'll? No, I don't think so, because I think
he doesn't like mentality, fam. He doesn't like. Because Emerson was killed, didn't it? Like, I saw Emerson in Italy, fam. Emerson was the next big thing. I thought he was going to be one of the better left backs the world will see. You know what I'm saying? For this generation, innit? Because if you watched him in Italy when he played for Roma and that was it Roma when he used to play for them, like, he was absolutely bombastic, fam. But he came into the thing, and obviously, like, I mean, we all know a person that knows a person that knows a person that knows a person. Well, I'm not even going to. Let me just talk about Emerson before I get to that. At the end of the day, yeah, like I said, Emerson's mentality isn't the best. He used to go out clubbing. He used to play games late at night, not following the eating regimen at Chelsea Football Club. So all of that is mad. That man says we're going to have Lampard and Rice next season. Get over MAH. It's not about getting over.
Oh no! Did I not just go on a? Don't make me draw for you. No, this is not one of them other Chelsea channels where they're all like pretty. I will draw for a man. Cool. All right, keep talking, Dami. Let me just get my last tweet out.
Like I said, Scott, so it's not about going to have Lampard and Rice next season. We know that's going to happen, innit? But all we're saying is if that's going to happen, at least give Lampard a chance. I want to see Lampard play football for Chelsea Football Club. Do you know what I'm saying? I've seen him go do his thing in Germany. He's trying to do his trade in Sheffield United now. I want to see him do it in blue. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to see him play in blue first. Like I said, Lampard, Rice, Billy Gilmore, they all have that baseline talent that they're going to reach. I feel some of them are going to be higher than the other. But like I keep saying, man, let us see them first. If it doesn't succeed, then so be it. Let Rice come in and take over on that. But I do want to see Ampadu play. I want to see Lewis Bate play, and I want to see this man play as well.
Can you read that? Whatever Frank wants, he gets. Talent ID wise, he's proven himself. What did I just say in my last rant? Man is not pressed. There's nothing to get over. Man has already said if Declan Rice signs, I will welcome him with open arms. And I do this with every signing. If you follow me on Twitter, you understand this. When Ziyech joined, I said, I'm backing him now. Now I'm repping him because he plays for Chelsea. When a player joins Chelsea, I dead it. Anything that was going on previously, I did it because they're now wearing the Chelsea badge. I support Chelsea. I don't.
That's what I said in my video on Chilwell, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? I said the exact. Remember that video I put on Chilwell? I was like, yo, I don't know about this man. The video is still up. I didn't delete it. You can go back and check. I said when you time to put on the jersey, when you wear that blue badge, I'm backing you from front to bottom. Do you know what I'm saying? Even when Kepa plays, fam, I back the man. Obviously, I'll be heavily critical of the man, but at the end of the day, I'm not really here to be cursing people and praying they break their legs like certain man them on Twitter.com. But
I don't do X photos. I don't do sending DMs to Mason Mount's dad. I don't do any of that. Do you know what I mean? I like to think I keep it in the boundaries. Do you know what I mean? I state my opinion, but then if the club do what they want to do, then I back it. Do you know what I mean? And that's the same with Declan Rice. Like I've already said on my whole big rant, if they sign him, I'm going to back it. Do you know what I mean? It's as simple as that. People have to look at Lewis Bate. Yeah, brother. There's so many ballers in that. Yo, we just churn them out. We just churn out ballers for fun at Cobham. Keeping up with the Cobhams is going to become a whole show, you know, by itself. I'm gonna have to get like Carefree Youth on or something weekly to just keep up. For real, I can't keep up with it. There's too many because you've got people like Lewis Bate who we ain't even really chatting about. I don't watch him. I don't watch the youth games personally because now there's so many youth players in the first team that I need to watch that I can't do all. But I know he's a baller. Do you know what I mean? I've heard about him, and it's just mad, bro. That's just and then Tino Andrin as well. Do you know what I mean? There's just too many ballers. We have Gilmore. That's what I'm saying, and I've said this. We have Gilmore. We have Ampadu. So as long as they get their fair share, then cool. But I don't know, bro. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not stupid. I know why Chelsea want Rice. Do you know what I mean? If you look at why they signed Chilwell, very similar reasons for Rice. Like, not only is he a good player and he's going to improve, he's going to improve. We forget this as Chelsea fans, as young players, and even me. He's going to improve. Do you know what I mean? We know he's going to improve. So that's not even kid. He's going to become a top player. He's got the mentality to do it, and he's also got the fundamentals to do it. But we know what they want him for. Do you know what I mean? He fits. Chelsea are building a culture. It's no surprise that the players that they've brought in have a certain mentality. Ziyech, Werner, Kai, they're all talking about winning. Chilwell gets on with the lads, and that helps. I know people downplay it on Twitter and they do take the mick out of it, but fitting in with the group, it means a lot. Do you know what I mean? Morata, did he really gel with the squad? Is that a reason why he wasn't playing well? Did he really feel part of it? Do you know what I mean? These things matter. Like, if you go to work every day, sometimes I need to dumb it down to the basics. And this is the last point I'm going to make before Dami makes his final thing and does his shout outs for his things. This is the final point I've got to make. You go to work, dumb it down to the basics. If you've got to go to work every day, you're going to perform better at your job if you like your co-workers, if you feel part of it, if you're happy. Bro, don't like, people like to dumb it down to just silly things on Twitter and make it feel like it don't mean nothing. It's not something to be solely buying a player for. If they don't have ability and they're best friends with Mandem, that don't mean nothing. But are you trying to tell me that camaraderie, the fact that there's friendships already formed, there's chemistry already formed, there's an understanding already formed? Yes, that helps. God damn it. And if they have the ability to match, then yeah, that makes sense. I understand. And like I said, Chelsea are trying to build a culture. So when you see Chilwell coming in and he's bringing people together, even though he's the new signing, and he's getting along with everyone, then okay, it's starting to make sense now. And the same goes with Declan Rice. Do you know what I mean? He's going to come in. Like I said, he's going to come in. He's going to be a bubbly character. He's going to bust jokes. And he's bringing ability to match. Maybe he's not, 60 million worth for a lot of people. And he's not even going to start really ahead of Kante for a lot of people. Because for me, Kante is better than Declan Rice. But long term, what he is. He is going to bring something. We can't sit here and pretend like he's completely useless, like he's not going to bring anything to the team. Do you know what I mean? There's a reason why they are looking at him primarily over maybe other DM options that are probably cheaper and maybe on the same level as him. They're probably just trying to match up the personalities in the squad and try and, because it's not just about building a team of ability, it's about building a team of characters. And one thing I will say about Declan Rice is he has leadership and he has those character traits.
Don't let people fool. When people come onto the platform and say passion and desire and all these things, don't let people fool you and tell you that doesn't matter, because it does 100%. It
does matter. It's not the only thing that matters, but it does matter, and it is a plus.
Obviously, ability is the first thing on the list. Obviously, 100%, because if it was down to being vocal and shit, that means Kante wouldn't be at Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't talk. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, his ability puts him and he's a good lad. But what am I trying to say? Passion, desire, work rate, wanting to do stuff, liking the people around you. Honestly, I love, like, for example, I work in it. I work and I love all my co-workers. That's why I can get up in the morning and go to work. Some people had to leave their jobs because they had beef with people around them. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't like their co-workers. Matisse can expand shit on that if he wants to. What am I trying to say? If there's no chemistry involved, there's no chemistry in the team, the better the chemistry, the better. If I'm looking at Chilwell taking the piss out of Mount, taking the piss out of Ziyech and them lot in the team, it's good for business. Do you know what I'm saying? And everything.
Yeah, and I think Lampard has seen what Klopp has done at Liverpool. He's built a camaraderie and a team. And you see, even with their big injuries, they slap up Leicester. And it's not just because of the system, and Klopp is superior to Lampard as a coach. Let's not get it twisted. But Lampard has noticed that Klopp has built not only a team and a system, but a togetherness and a want to win and a drive. Do you know what I mean? And you need that at this level now. You need that. Because City are missing that. Do you know what I mean? City are very up and down right now. Maybe it's because they don't have that real grit to want to win every single year. Because with this City team, yeah, and I know I'm going on a tangent, but this is just for the last couple of minutes. That City team that they built, bar the fact that they didn't replace Company properly, Foden, for me, replaces David Silva, no problem. They should have been able to dominate. But for me, they didn't. And Chelsea in the past haven't been able to, because and Lampard will know this better than anyone because he's been in these squads. Chelsea have failed to dominate consistently. And I'm talking like 2, 3, 4 titles in a row. Not just because the Premier League is competitive, but because we drop off in mentality after we win titles. It's facts. Happens every time. Every time we win a title, we drop off because the mentality is not up to par. Roman himself potentially is not up to par because he takes his foot off the gas in the transfer window. We start signing players like Hector and shit, and Dillaboji and rubbish like that. But also the mentality in the crop, and we've said mentality in Chelsea squads have been an issue for time. We've said there's been people in the dressing room that need to go in past squads because they've been getting managers sacked and whatnot. So we can't pretend now like the mentality of this squad didn't need an overhaul. And if people like Chilwell, like Rice, even though they're not my first choice targets, I can see the mentality is A1. The mentality of Tammy is, if you don't rate them, cool. But that you cannot deny the mentality of Tammy, of Mount, of Chilwell, of Rice, of Ziyech, of Timo, of Kai, of Mendy, being unemployed. Do you know what I mean? Being unemployed and then coming back to be Chelsea number one. That don't happen if you have a dead mentality. He's not gonna be complacent in goal. Do you know what I mean? So these things are all, for me, these things are all part of recruiting players. It's not just about ability. It's not. So I understand why they want him. And do you know what I mean? Like I said, because of the window they just had, I have to back it. If they want it, do what you want. Get it, and I back it. Any final thoughts, Dami? Plug your things. What are you saying, my brother?
Oh, Matisse, my guy. Look at where we are, fam. Let's not even talk about that too much. But we're here, fam. We're on the play button app at last. But honestly, man, thank you so much for having me on as per usual. You guys know where to find your boy. You're going to see a bit more of Matisse and myself over this period, over the next, next few weeks potentially. But other than that, you might know where to find your boy at the Grand Dam as per usual. We don't miss, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can also find me on YouTube from time to time doing my live streams, watch-alongs and that. That's the League on the channel. But just follow your boy at the Grand Dam on Twitter.com. That's where all of, that's where the money is being made. So we need you people to go to that place and do your things left, right, and center. So yeah, that's it.
Brilliant stuff. Well, like I said, follow at the Grand Dam on all socials. I'm going to put the link to his Twitter in the description of this of this live stream. As soon as this goes, like the broadcast is ended, once it's done and processed, I'm going to put the description and go down there if you want to find his Twitter. But I'm sure you know who he is anyway. You surely must do. We've collabed on Twitter many times. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be back again tomorrow with a video. And then, like I said, I'm not guaranteeing it, but I'm going to try and get expressions on for a preview stream because I just think it'll be funny. And yeah, see you, man, in a bit. Up the Chelsea. Let's go and destroy Tottenham. Like I said, we don't play no games on these streets. Come with pitchforks. We don't play. In a bit.